You were single for this Valentine's and you want to change that for next year. You saw the roses, you saw the flowers, you saw the kisses. You didn't get any of that because you're single. Or maybe you're just approaching dating the wrong way. Don't take it from me though, take it from the experts. Now this video is inspired by a research. It's quite easy to predict a very desirable person, an attractive person, but not quite much is it to predict if somebody will be a great romantic partner. So if you want to improve your chances of having a long-term successful and fulfilling relationship, you should pay more attention to the traits that this research points us towards. Pay less attention to the less predictive traits that we'll talk about shortly. Don't take it from me, it's the experts. Okay, researcher by the name Samantha Joel set out trying to answer the question, can we predict successful relationships? And I know it's like, what's all the fuss about relationships? One of the key predictors for a fulfilled life is long-term friendships. And who is your better friend than your partner? We as humans are social beings and we need people around us. We need a community. And your primary source of community is your partner. So in this research, her pool was 11,000 heterosexual long-term successful relationships. Now, that's a lot of people. And she tested the happiness levels of each partner in this 11,000. What did she find? These were the least predictive traits in ensuring long-term successful relationships. Physical attractiveness, height, occupation, race, ethnicity, religious affiliations, sexual taste, similarity to oneself. Now when I read this, I was like, hold up a minute. I really used to think like people that were similar to me and had same interests were like more likely for it to work out. But this research does tell us otherwise. These traits that the research results pointed out seem to be the most desirable traits. For example, if I walk into a room, I'm not walking up to a girl that I don't find physically attractive. Do you get me? Like I wouldn't do it. And maybe that taught me something. All those traits that I just mentioned earlier, they make people attractive and desirable. But these things don't give you hints that this person will be a good long-term partner. And I saw height in there and I was like, fair enough. On my Instagram, I lie about my height. I lie about my height every day. Guys lie about their height. Girls complain all the time that guys lie about their height, but I digress. Let's try and solve our problems. Data from online dating shows that physical attractiveness, conventional physical attractiveness, as we will call it, societal standard version of physical attractiveness, is the number one predictor of how many matches and how many messages you're going to get. So if you're not physically attractive by social standards, you're probably not going to get that many matches from online dating. So while it is great for you to be 6'4", 6'3" as a guy, or a girl with a nice figure 8 and a lovely looking face, those traits make you desirable, they make you attractive, but they don't necessarily make you the best romantic partner. So what traits really matter? What really should we be looking for in people? The most important trait that this research talks about is happiness in your single phase. Your own happiness as you are is the most predictive trait if you will be happier in a relationship, which is funny because brings up the whole talk about nobody can really make you happy. You are responsible for your happiness. And so relying on an outside force like somebody else, friends, partners, to make you happy is faulty and doesn't really work in the long term. And so this research says the number one trait is happiness. The number two trait is a growth mindset. Being with somebody that is totally committed to their growth, learning new skills, learning new ways of doing things, having an open mind, and having a growth mindset, both for themselves and for you as a partner, is the second most indicative trait of having a long-term successful relationship with that person. And so if you meet people that want things a certain way, or are traditional, or are not open-minded, or don't have this growth-minded, way of living, chances are you might not really last with that person. According to this research, of course, the first two traits that I talk about, which are the most indicative traits of long-term relationship fulfillment, they're not written on anybody's forehead. You don't see somebody and see growth mindset. The person has it on their forehead. No, you don't see somebody and say, "Oh, this person is happy." Genuinely, I mean, people wear masks outside. You don't know if they're truly happy in the inside. You can't really tell. The other ones are perceived partner commitment, which is how committed do you think your partner is to you. So in that sense of, oh, this person is really committed to me, what I stand for, or what I am as a person. Most people say it's not the looks that matter, it's the personality. From the traits now that are quite predictive of healing long-term relationships, personality was not there. And similarity to oneself, which I thought was supposed to be quite attractive and supposed to be something that will keep long-term relationships going, it's not there too as well. So what really matters when looking for long-term relationships is mostly not the personality that the person has, it's the dynamics you create with each other, the relationship that you build together. Two people come together and they create this chemistry, this dynamics. Oh, she does that, or he does that, or they do this, or they do that. So you come together and you create this dynamic and understanding and chemistry of each other. That dynamic is what is more important. Significantly the most important thing. So the person really isn't important. What is more important is the relationship we build together. In essence, we don't find a perfect partner, we build perfect relationships. So for all single Pringles, including myself, the takeaway here is you want to look for a partner, someone that is genuinely interested in you. Person is good at perspective taking, and the person is quite attentive and responsive to your needs. Someone that makes you feel loved, understood, cared for. I think I kind of agree. My only problem is the physical attractiveness part. We are from my own take from the research is, the research does tell us that sexual satisfaction is quite important and predictive of long-term relationships, but physical attractiveness isn't. How am I going to consistently, when I don't find you physically attractive? Maybe that's why I'm single, and I've been single for how many years now? Maybe that's why I've been single for majority part of my life. I've probably had like 2 girlfriends in all my life, and I'm pushing 30. maybe that's the reason. I've got to find you attractive. This is my personal opinion, by the way. I've got to find you first physically attractive. But I do think the growth mindset is quite important, and I do accept that part of the research. The growth mindset, sexual satisfaction too is, and physical attractiveness actually might not be in congruence with sexual satisfaction. If you know, someone might look like someone might look physically attractive, but that doesn't mean they assure sexual satisfaction. So I kind of get that one too as well. So yeah, all in all, I just don't want to be single next Valentine's. I've been single. Of the 10 Valentines that I've experienced since I was 18, and I turned 28 this year. I'm old. I've probably been single in 7 of them, 8 of them, 7, 8. You understand? I'm always single. Yeah, but maybe next year we'll change it. But happy Valentine's in areas. Stay blessed.
Thank you guys for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Thanks and God bless.
À bientôt.